Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Kathy Rain. Last time we went to the nature reserve area and bumped into that guy all dressed in red, and now for some reason we're back here. I'm not really sure why. This looks like we just got teleported here off the back of that, so I do want to go back to the nature reserve place to see if there's anything we can look at there, or whether that guy is just going to stay there. But I don't know if there's a reason that we're here, so maybe there is. I don't know if there's anything we can like talk to our grandma about, or maybe this is like some sort of dream. Who knows? Maybe we're not even here.
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Actually, we didn't.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
I mean, we didn't drop by. We just got forced here. So there's that. I don't know if maybe we can ask her about the church and stuff.
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
Let's see. We can ask about the art in the church, so let's do that.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
We were not going to do that.
I don't think we need to discuss that anymore.
Oh man, okay, fine. Alright, have we got anything else? Botany book?
Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
I wonder if like this plant is some sort of hallucinogenic thing, whether it gives off some like spores or pollen or something that makes people hallucinate, and that could be part of this whole supernatural thing. I don't know. We've got a map, we've got the picture.
What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display. What is it?
Some sort of lights.
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
Okay, we will. I don't know if that means like the conversation's basically over. I don't think we have anything new, but maybe the map?
I don't want to show her that.
Didn't think so, but it's worth a try.
Bye,
All right.
Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
So I mean, we didn't really gather any new intel or anything by having that conversation, but it feels like something we might need to occasionally do is come back and speak to the grandma to see if she can actually tell us anything. So let's head out. I want to go back to that nature reserve to see if that guy's there, or if he's not, if he's moved on, maybe we can examine the flower in more detail. And then I guess it's heading off to the hospital place, the clinic. But let's go here first. I've got to say, I'm really enjoying this game at the moment. It's very, very good. Oh,
Hello?
is that the picture of the man in red
Creepy bald guy.
that we found that the guy was drawing in the cabin?
Guess no one's home.
Well, that's weird. All right, first flower.
Looks like a specimen of the red scythe. It's endangered. I'm not going to take it without a really good reason.
Okay, can we do like a thing where we use this on this?
I don't think that accomplishes much.
No. Okay, so what was...
It's a photocopy of a book page with information about the red scythe flower.
Okay.
Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
Okay, I mean, did we examine that before and I've just forgotten and that was why that idea was in my head? Or have I just literally just guessed that? I'm going to have to look back on the older videos and see.
That wasn't here before.
It wasn't, which is kind of creepy because I can see what's on that picture. It's ripped. Red man, yeah, I'm sure this is the one from the cabin.
A bald man dressed in red. Oh, creepy.
Is she not going to comment on the fact that it looks exactly like that guy who was here? I wonder what's on the other half of this. It looks like the red man is holding hands with somebody. So I wonder if the person holding hands with the red man is going to be important in some way to this. There's a shovel. Do we want that? Can we take it?
Hey, is this shovel taken? Good enough for me.
Okay, well, maybe we can do some digging now. Not sure what... I mean, Do we want to dig up the flower? Is that why we've got that? Should we just give that a try?
Not sure what I'd want to dig up there.
No. Alright. Well, I can't think of anywhere where we might want to dig. I mean, other than maybe the cemetery, but I'm hoping we don't have to do anything like that. Let's go here then, to the clinic. Not been here before, quite looking forward to seeing what this is like. Someone raiding the bins there. Is that the guy from the jail cell? Looks kind of like him.
Yep, it's full of trash. Figure that.
I like this has got a reflection on the entrance so you can see back across the street. That's quite cool. So if we go that way, we'll just exit the area. Alright, bum. Let's talk to him. I'm sure it's the same guy.
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
It is, yeah.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
Oh, sorry.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
Cost more than $7.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
Goober, okay.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. What's your story then?
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Obviously.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Actually haven't, no.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies.
Yeah?
Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Very good.
Not ringing any bells.
No.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
I like this guy. Can we ask more?
So, tell me about this acting career of yours.
What about it?
I don't know. Tell us about the Silence of Lambert.
Tell me about the Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all.
Okay.
He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean.
Right.
In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez.
I mean...
Based on a true story.
Right, okay. That's lovely. Jacob's Bladder?
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's Bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Let's ask.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder. During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny.
Right.
Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Oh my god. That is something. I like these. We're going to do them all.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during a surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon.
Nice name.
The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure.
Oh no. Not Sid.
I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Sounds like it. Natural Bald Killers?
Natural Bald Killers?
Guessing there's death in this
It's
one.
a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair.
Okay.
The protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair.
Wonderful.
Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, He has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating
Oh,
table.
no. I mean, why always deaths?
Why do you always die at the end of your movies?
Typecasting.
Fair enough.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
I mean, it's not my personal taste in movies, but to each their own.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds serious. Ask away.
I mean, he might be able to tell us some stuff about this stuff.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
I most certainly do.
Oh, yeah?
What? Tell me.
Is it going to be really
Are
wild?
you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Abducted by aliens or something?
Abducted
Yep.
by aliens.
Yeah, I knew it.
I should have known better.
I'm calling
Oh,
everything.
I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons.
Now, that could be true.
My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
I mean,
Open your mind, man.
I'm not agreeing with the aliens thing, but the light thing that he said, the big light, would kind of match up with the lights that we saw on the photo.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Really? What can you tell me
God,
about
that
her?
must be rough.
Ah, geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Nah, they're
Now
alright.
that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
Just gotta get to know them.
She can sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
I can believe that. Cocky? He's not gonna know this.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam.
Nah,
Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
surely not.
Why do I even bother?
Yeah, I know what he's up to there with that response. For a second there, I thought, oh, maybe it's gonna be him. But yeah, I see where you're going, buddy, and we're gonna end that conversation.
Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
Now, the weird thing about this place is it looks kind of beat up and run down, which I'm assuming might just be because it's a small town and this is the only medical place. But someone super rich like Charles Wade, you wouldn't have thought would go in here. Unless it's to try and stay out of the public eye and not let anyone know what's going on with him health-wise.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
Yeah. Do you know about this weird church?
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway.
Okay.
His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
Ah.
What kind of weird shit?
Cultish stuff?
I don't know, they were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really, I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it, he's a friendly guy.
Okay, we might go back and do that.
All
then.
right. I might do that.
I mean, we did speak to him about it, but maybe he'll tell us more. Do you know about
I
this?
don't need to show him that.
Do you know about this?
Do you know anything about this flower?
It's red?
Enlightening.
Gonna say that's probably a no then. I might want to show him this though.
Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai, I know what I'm talking
That's
about.
definitely what that picture is.
They used to
yes.
call me Dunk Pie, meaning round-eyed baldy. Those were some rough years. I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now, Maylin and Little Pig.
Right.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if there's anything else we want to ask him about, except maybe this.
Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah. What about the other two?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know if that's a clue that we need to maybe bring him something. Do you want a cigarette?
Want to smoke, buddy?
Nah, I got stage 2 lung cancer. I'm keeping it under control with a fruitarian diet.
Well, good for you. All right.
Okay, that's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty.
I wondered if he would maybe recognize somebody, but
Okay,
no.
I'm off.
All right, we're
Bye.
off. Let's head in. See what we're dealing with. Maybe this place doesn't look so bad on the inside. Oh, it actually looks okay, to be fair. There's a plant, a calendar, an ashtray, magazines, chairs, all sorts of things. Let's just start by, there's a computer. Let's just start by talking to the nurse, and then we'll have a look around.
Excuse me, nurse?
Is she just
Hey, nurse!
gonna ignore us? No?
Yeah?
They don't pay you much, huh? Try not to strain yourself. Somebody around here hates their job. They don't pay you much.
They don't pay you much, huh?
No shit. What do you want?
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Lies.
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
Do they even have... Okay.
I need to get rid of her somehow.
Okay, get rid of her somehow.
Was expecting plastic, but this looks like a real plant. Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
Yep.
A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year. No thanks. I have better things to do.
Alright. I mean, there's an upstairs. I doubt we can make a break for it upstairs.
I can't read it from here.
Files?
Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
Okay. And maybe we can get our friend to help distract her so we can use the computer.
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
Okay. That's not going to work.
A
Computer?
computer. They likely keep records of their patients on it.
Okay, so we're going to need to use the computer to figure out where to go upstairs, I suppose. But that's going to mean getting rid of this nurse.
Again? No thanks. I'm gonna have to think outside the box.
Okay. I wonder if our buddy can help us again. Maybe we can give him another $7 to provide some sort of distraction. Let's give it a go. Alright, Goober.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Oh, live performance.
So, how good an actor are you?
Aha, yeah, okay.
The best. The very best.
I believe
You
you.
know, that nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies.
She did.
And that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
I knew it. She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
Yeah, she
I'm
would.
gonna have to oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
I mean, I kind of want to see Jacob's bladder, honestly.
Definitely Jacob's bladder.
I'm feeling the pressure.
Okay, so he goes in, distracts her, we use the computer, find out where Charles Wade is, and then we're good, right? Probably not. It's probably not going to work.
Oh, Jenny, everything is forgiven. You and
A computer. They likely keep records of their patients on it.
I'm just so
Maybe we can
full
just
of
run past.
Your love that I think I'm about to burst.
Jesus.
Jenny, where did you go? Oh, I don't
No
feel-
point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
Thank you, thank you. You've been a great audience.
Right, I mean... That just didn't work, did it?
That wasn't really an electrifying performance. I'll have to intervene somehow.
Okay. It wasn't an electrifying performance. We'll have to intervene. Okay, what have we got? I wonder if the use of electrify in there is literal? Like as in stun gun?
NZ 500 self-defense stun gun.
Maybe we zap him. And actually that might be quite good because it might create a medical situation. Let's try that. The use of electrifying there seems like it's very specific. So I'm guessing that means stun gun.
Hey, doofus.
I feel bad though if that's
Oh,
what we're
hey.
gonna do. Do you want to do it again?
How about another show?
Sure. Any suggestions?
I think this time maybe we go for The Silence of Lambert.
Probably The Silence of Lambert.
Oh, I'm gonna be loud.
That's what we're planning on. Is this actually gonna work? I kind of like this guy,
Oh, I wish I could speak.
but let's see.
Good idea, but it wouldn't match his symptoms.
Ah,
Just no. It
Oh.
can't be. Hold me.
Good idea, but it wouldn't match his symptoms.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. You've been a great audience.
fine. So, wouldn't match his symptoms. So we've got to find one that I guess would...
That wasn't really an...
Okay. So we're going to have to maybe choose the right thing. Can we ask him about these again?
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
So I'm guessing...
So,
What about it?
I'm guessing it's not this one, because this is about the guy who was scalping people, so it's probably going to be this, I guess.
Oh.
Not the
So let's
hey,
try
Sure.
again. The usual surprises?
how about the usual surprises?
And then if not, we'll do the other
business as usual.
one. Business as usual. Alright, fine. Well, let's see what the whole symptoms thing is about. It does seem like the stun gun is right, though, given the responses when we tried it. Just said it didn't match the symptoms.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's that smell? Bacon?
Okay, yeah, here we
Oh,
go.
Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing.
Oh,
Nurse!
no.
He's seizing!
Nurse! I feel really
oh
bad.
shit!
Oh, poor Goober.
Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Yeah, okay, we will. Alright, well, she's left the computer unattended and the files,
Rows
so...
and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
Yeah, probably. Okay, let's use the computer then. I feel really bad for zapping him. Okay, we're gonna need to use this to get the username and password, right? This, disk. Power off, power on. Okay, extract admin password.
Crap.
Ah.
Looks like I have to figure out the username some other way.
Okay, Otorgador, or Otorgador, but how are we going to get the username? String corrupted. Okay, how on earth are we going to get that? Is there a way of... Maybe we can just, like, get it wrong a few times? No, okay. So there's got to be some sort of clue around here then.
Calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
Any like things on the notice board or...
Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez. What a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
Oh, okay, Carlita Mendez. Fine. So is it just going to be like the other one where it's like first initial and everything? So like C Mendez. I've forgotten the password. What was it? It was like, is it Autogador? Oh yes, nice. Okay, I did it. Right, fine. It's good memory for once for me. Search. Can we just get a list? No. Okay. Charles Wade. Okay.
Gotcha.
Charles Wade, 14th of August 24. No date of death applicable, obviously. Referral from Dr. A. Friedman Street Francis Medical Centre. Patient has undergone successful invasive heart surgery and was transferred to this facility at his own request. The initial prognosis looks good, and the patient is likely to make a full recovery in 6 to 8 weeks. Room 6B. Excellent. 6B, here we come. Uh-oh, bodyguard?
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
It's alright, Claude.
So, you managed to find me.
We did.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with?
Oh.
Will that suffice for your front page?
That's not what I
I'm no
hear.
journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
She's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break.
No.
Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
It's not what this is about. You're assuming a lot. I don't need piggybacks on favours. It's not what this is about.
That's not what this is about. It's personal.
Sounds serious. Perhaps I should ask Claude to produce his gun.
No.
You know, Charles, the person most likely to be harmed by a gun tends to be its owner.
Very true. That's something the Japs who captured me learned the hard way.
Wow.
Did my grandfather bail you out then too, or was that one of the few times where he didn't save your sorry ass?
Hold on there. Explain yourself.
We will.
You're willing to listen to something other than your own voice? I'm stunned. I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
Yep.
I was.
You were late.
We were.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
That's dark.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
Hopefully some answers. What can you tell us about the incident in 81?
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
Fair enough.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened.
Who?
Sharon Evans happened.
Who are they?
My parents?
Oh.
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior.
Right. Okay.
I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
Doesn't always work out. Agree with him or tell him, or we can say nothing. I mean, it depends what was going on, really. It's not really the grandpa's fault.
It's hardly Grandpa's fault. He did everything he could to set my father straight.
Oh, I never claimed to doubt Joseph's commitment, but I'm not going to ignore his flaws either. Your grandfather often used his heart when he should have used his head.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I believe it is, objectively. But I shouldn't speak ill of the dead.
You should not.
Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Okay, Lily Myers?
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream.
I mean, that is just...
Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
Art theft?
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Yeah, very eloquently put. Okay, so it was stolen. Do you know about Cocky?
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it.
Okay.
It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Right.
Perfect. Thanks.
We have a name. Excellent. Can we ask about him?
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Ah.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Fine.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
Let's just tell him the truth.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
Might actually...
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles.
Huh.
And started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Like the circular lights.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
Interesting. Okay. The stolen art.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
No, that was on purpose.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck.
Okay, so...
They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other. given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, maybe we can...
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
Cool, so maybe...
That'd be great.
Maybe
Thanks,
they've
Charles.
got, like, reports and things
Anytime.
about that.
But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
Very strange. Very strange. Do you know about the church?
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
Okay. Do you know about this plant?
Do you know what this is?
A flower. Why don't you consult a botanist instead of bothering me with this nonsense?
Alright. Jeez. You have to be so snarky about it. Do you know about this?
I don't need to show him that.
We don't need to show him that, so I don't know why I asked that. Do you know about this?
What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
Okay. So either he doesn't know about this, or he's just not telling us. The penny.
I don't need to show him that.
We don't shit. Do you want to see this picture of the photo?
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
Okay, well, very enlightening.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Thank you. So, a lot of answers. I might want to talk to Claude as well and have a look around this room. And then I think we probably want to go to the police station, see if we can, now that he's going to give us the go-ahead, whether we can find out more about the stolen paintings. And I think we probably need to find out some more about the church as well after speaking to Goober, so we'll try to do that. But for now, that is where we'll leave it. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulione, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCon555, Chrissy, Paul James, Zolties, and Adventure Game Geek. And I'll see you next time.